Okay, so you can see I've just started a question here and then stopped myself. But the question is this. It's an 8-mark question. It's from the Origins and Meanings paper, and it says explain from either Catholic Christianity and Judaism or two Christian traditions teachings about preserving the environment. Now we need to be very careful here. It's an 8-mark question. We are asked very clearly to give a Catholic view and Jewish or two Christian traditions. So the best practice would be to do 3 paragraphs, Catholic, Catholic, Jewish, or Catholic, Catholic, other Christian. Please do not do an answer that goes Catholic, Jewish, other Christian. You will not get marks. We can't lose marks, but you'll miss out on valuable marks. We are looking for Catholic, Catholic, Jewish, or Catholic, Catholic, other Christian. Please also on an 8-mark question, do not put a humanist or an atheist view in your answer. It is purely religious answers that we are looking for. Now in this instance I'm going to go Catholic, Catholic, Jewish because there's some great Jewish points to make about stewardship, which is what the question's asking for here when it says preserving the environment. So let's give this a go. Firstly, Catholics believe we have a duty to preserve the environment, using the words of the question, preserve the environment, because God commanded it. God commanded it in Genesis. Let's add some evidence in. In the book of Genesis, God gave humans dominion, but also asked Adam to till the soil. Today, let's make it very clear that we're linking our point and our evidence to what this means for Catholics today. Today, Catholics believe it is our duty to care for creation, and this is where I'm going to throw the word stewardship in. Stewardship, as God has gifted it to us. Now let's go for a second point. I'm going to leave a line if I've got the space to do it to make it very clear to my examiner that I'm making 3 distinct points. Secondly, Catholics also follow the teachings, because the question asks about teachings about preserving the environment. So I've got one from the Bible. Now let's have one from a pope. Follow the teachings of Laudato Si, an encyclical written by Pope Francis encouraging us to care for our common home. In the encyclical, Pope Francis writes, "The earth is an immense pile of filth." Filth, that's difficult to spell. The earth is an immense pile of filth, and we must hear the cry of both the earth and the poor. Today, Catholics believe we all have a responsibility to recycle. Let's have a few more things. Share the Earth's resources. And work towards the common good. Bit of Catholic social teaching in there too. Work towards the common good. Now theoretically I've probably written too much there. You could get away with less, but also I have quite big writing. Now we need a third point. I am going Jewish because all Christians believe that we have a duty to care for the planet, and our third point has to be another religious one, and there is a great point to make for Judaism. Finally, Judaism teaches God created the world and everything in it, and the concept of tikkun olam encourages Jews to heal the world. The Torah demands that nature is respected, and the weekly celebration of Shabbat, I might just fit it on, look, the weekly celebration of Shabbat reminds Jews of their duty to care for the environment. I'm very careful to make sure I'm constantly using the words of the question in my answer to bring the examiner's attention back to the fact I am trying to answer the question in the best way I can. Now that was under 8 minutes to do a full answer about stewardship. If that went into a 15-mark question, you've already got 3 great points there, and you could also then add, if the question allowed for it, a humanist view as well.